Yeah. I just wanted to make mention that your personal beliefs can never supersede the actual requirements of the law or the beliefs of other courts. You are obligated to believe the verdict of the jury as much as you dislike it. Yeah. You are obligated to believe the requirements of the law. And you have to believe that when the people of Guam no longer could see me as a defendant, you could not see me as a defendant. Now, there's what's known as expultate. Oh, that is to free from blame or accusation, to prove not guilty. Now, this court, yes, this state, the United States, and every state of the United States likes to blame, accuse, or prove guilty. But when proved not guilty, you cannot see me as a defendant. Not guilty. Now, I did not go to Sequim, Washington on December 31st of 2015. You would not see me as not guilty. Instead, you had me do mental health evaluations. You would not allow me to reschedule a mental health evaluation. You refused to believe that somebody is not guilty, that they're not a defendant, that they didn't commit the crime, that they are not mentally ill or mentally defective, for thinking that the most important thing that I should do in life is enforce my parenting rights. Now, as a father, I have nothing more important. Nothing. The most important thing that I could do in this life is make you believe that being a father is the most important. Now, you should have freed me from blame or accusation. Oh, you should have believed the jury. You should not have believed the petitioner when she petitioned the court to have you reissue the protection order, because she said I broke the protection order without believing the verdict of the jury. Now, the petitioner has had an undue influence on the court's decisions. Commissioner Baisden, you are obligated to believe that I'm not guilty. I know you dislike the thought. You just would not exculpate. Yes, you would not stop blaming me for an arrest that took place on Guam. You would not stop accusing me of crimes that I did not commit. You would not admit evidence that I wasn't in Sequim, Washington, and I wasn't in Brennan, Washington, and I did not email any person in the Brennan School District. You refuse to prove me not guilty. Now, what happens to a court that cannot allow for somebody to be free from blame or accusation? It seems that the prosecuting attorney's office, yes, wouldn't get the video surveillance camera footage from December 31st of 2015. That would have proved me free from blame or accusation because I was not in Sequim, Washington. The Port Angeles Police Department would not give to the judiciary in Jefferson County that I had emailed them on June 16th of 2017. There seems to be this belief in law enforcement that if you're arrested, you are guilty, you are blamed, you are accused, and you will be proven guilty, without acknowledging the right to exculpate any known person as a defendant in any case. Now, I'm wanting to make sure that you understand, yes, that there are numerous lawsuits that I have documented, and when you believe that the law does not require that the respondent receive notice of court hearings, and you do not believe that the respondent has the right to the opportunity to be heard before an you do not believe what the law says. You don't believe it. You believe that you can issue court orders, and then if I have a problem, I should motion the court. The problem is the law says that you are obligated to believe what the law says. Now, you issued a protection order in 2015. Yes. You named as the minors, named my 5 sons. And as their father, you were obligated to give me notice and opportunity to be heard. But you don't believe what the law says. You believe you can do whatever you want as long as you can justify in your own minds that you're protecting the women and children. You decided you were going to be the father and the husband of my wife, and you were going to be the father of my 5 sons. What you don't understand is you are obligated to believe what the law requires. Now, here's what you have to believe. You have to tell me that I am no longer blamed or accused in Jefferson County, that I am not guilty. And you, as law enforcement, have to believe that there are citizens that you arrest that are not guilty of any crimes. You have to believe that. As much as you like the idea of arresting individuals because of the accusation of a crime, the truth of the matter is when they're not guilty, you have to believe they're not guilty. Now, I know the police department dislikes the thought of ever having a false arrest where they do not false arrest citizens. Oh, but when I email every police officer in the Port Angeles Police Department on June 16th of 2017, happens to be in that morning, and I was in the senior center that afternoon. And I can document every place I've been for the last 2.5, 3 years. Yes, there seems to be this reluctance on the part of police officers to accept that there are people that they arrest that are not guilty. Now, when prosecuting attorneys have to prosecute every arrest because every person that's arrested has to be guilty, it's as if police departments can never, ever do anything negligent, that they can't be blamed. It's as if your personal belief system will not allow for you to be guilty of a crime. Now, what if every police officer is guilty of the crime of the false arrest of a citizen that did not commit a crime? It would seem to, well, you're guilty. Now, your whole thought was, well, he's homeless, indigent, pauper, poach. But what you did not figure on is I'm the father of 5 sons, and there's nothing in this life more than what I want. And that is my sons. Do you understand? I have nothing that I have to do. I don't have to have a career. Coach, arrest me, you fucker. Arrest me. I don't have to pay child support when you don't give me notice and opportunity to be heard. When you believe the petitioner had sent the notice of court hearings and you decided to issue the dissolution of marriage without actual proof of service of court hearings, you committed the crime. You did not protect my rights as a father. You did not require proof of service. What you did was you decided you believe everything that well, your beliefs can incriminate you. Judge Rohrer, did the petitioner tell you that I did not have an arrest record? Did she tell you that the people of Guam did not see me as a defendant? Judge Rohrer, did she tell you that our marriage certificate was from the United Nations? Judge Rohrer, did you read the 50 pages of documentation? Now, I didn't get a copy of the dissolution of marriage, and you would say, well, I'm still liable.